so I'm really just trying to think it through.
Yeah, no,
So if
nope,
you're
not a
feeling
problem.
pressured
No,
to
I
say,
mean,
yeah, no, we can fit something.
no, I mean, it's a good provocation. As these things become available, I'm going to get asked by my management, hey, can we leverage that to reduce costs? So you're not asking questions I'm not going to have to answer eventually anyway.
Fair enough. So I want to go back to, so we can wipe our mind of the whole off-peak idea. And I want to run another idea by you. And so we talked about not ready to make that commitment for reserved instances until you kind of feel like you have your feet under you, or you can have a better idea of how you need to optimize. Have you heard of something called a scheduled reserve instance or a scheduled RI?
No.
Okay. So this is a scenario where, essentially you're not committing to the server for a year. What you're committing to is, say, 1,200 hours for the year, or about 4 hours a day. And so it's not a 24/7. It's saying, hey, for 4 hours every day, we're going to use this server. Is that more appealing to you than a reserved instance, or do you see a scenario where that might work for you?
So say that one more time just to make sure it sinks in and I understand it.
Yeah. So instead of reserving a server, kind of setting aside a virtual machine for 24/7, you're setting aside a virtual machine, or you're reserving that compute for, say, 4 hours a day. The discount isn't as deep, but the commitment isn't as large either. And so you're saying, all right, well, for 4 hours a day, we've made this commitment, and we get a, somewhat a lesser discount for that.
Okay.
What's your impression on that
think,
idea?
Yeah, I think that certainly gives us more flexibility. Not being dependent upon it's got to be between these hours to get that discount. I think certainly much more appealing. Gives us the flexibility then to be able to do it whenever we need to do it. I think I would probably lean more towards that way to help make our model work. That probably will have less impact on us as far as what jobs or applications we need to change or rewrite, those types of things. I kind of like that idea. That to me seems like it makes more sense for us at least.
Okay. So let me give you a little more information and see if it still makes sense. So the idea being that you've got a kind of capacity reservation. It recurs either, daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on kind of what your workload looks like. And it would be in a bucket of either kind of noon to midnight or midnight to noon. Right? So you could choose kind of which half of the calendar day works for you to kind of fit in whatever that hourly thing looks like. Did I just take away all your flexibility and all of the appeal, or no?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because typically our workloads would be either during the day or during the night. So I don't think having to choose which half of the day it falls in up front is that big of a deal for us. I mean, we certainly should know what our workload patterns are and be able to answer that going into it. I don't think that's a limiting factor. And I like the option even of reserving hours per day versus per week per month. We probably do have quite a few that would fall in we only need to do this once a week bucket. Doubtful we have a lot that falls in the once per month bucket, but I'm sure there are some. I would say the most are going to be per day, and I don't know, I would probably say 60% probably are jobs that need to run daily, 30% are weekly, and there might be 10% that are monthly or even annual. Yeah, I think that type of stair-stepped approach certainly makes sense to me.
Okay. So the other...
Are you thinking the hours would need to be contiguous? So if you said I wanted 4 hours between midnight and noon, do all four have to be in a row?
Yeah, it would have to be a block to say, all right, here's this block of 4 hours. But you tell me, I mean, does that make it more or less appealing?
I don't know, honestly. A 4-hour block probably makes more sense to me, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going to say, no, I'd rather have 2 2-hour blocks or 4 1-hour blocks. But, yeah, I think for our use, probably one 4-hour block would make more sense.
Yeah.